great day, people. It is me. I have not been on here in a very long time, partly because my camera is broke, and partly because I need the light. I was about to turn it off. Partly because I feel like I can't share, but I'm gonna go ahead and share anyway. I am a stylist. I am a hairstylist. That's what I do as a profession. I am a therapist, as just it comes with the territory. But I'm talking to my client, my last client, who happens to be the most judgmental person I've talked to in a very long time. So we're just talking, and she rubs me the wrong way by saying that this girl that was murdered, who was an Instagram star, she was murdered and it was her fault, kinda, because she shows her body on Instagram. And now I'm like, well, clarify what that means. What is showing her body on Instagram mean? Like, is she really putting it out there or what? Well, the butt pictures and this and this and that. So it's her fault that she's sharing her body on her Instagram, that this man came and killed her. So that was where I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm ready to hurry up and finish. But we just continue to talk, and the subject of cheating comes on. Oh no. Of course, we're talking about Beyonce and Jay-Z, because that's the famous cheating couple that's still together. And oh no, I don't know. Just if someone cheats on me, I'm out. So I told her, it is what it is. Some people can deal with cheating. Some people can deal with lying. Some people can deal with stealing. Everyone knows what they can deal with, right? So she's just doubling down. And I'm like, well, at least Jay-Z, he's putting in the work to stay with her. Like, it's not like he cheated on her and now he's like, I'm still going to cheat on you. What you going to do? Those are the type of men that you leave, because obviously they don't care. They don't respect you. But Jay-Z has made a conscious effort to correct his wrongs and come at Beyonce correctly. That's how you know if you're going to stay in a relationship or not. If two people are working to become one. Now, if one person's working, the other one's doing their own thing, then leave. So I explained that, and then she was like, just not me. So I said, well, I'm open. I talk about things. So I'm just going to tell you that I once said that, I was like, you ever cheat on me? I told my ex-husband this all the time. If you ever cheat on me, I'm gone. If you ever cheat on me, I'm gone. You can do a lot of things to me, but don't cheat on me. That's just something that I will not stand for. Fast forward, like 10, 11 years into our relationship, and he's a cheater, right? So I didn't throw away 11 years of my life because I found out that he was cheating on me. That's asinine. That's dumb. It doesn't make any sense. So I told her, it's easy to say what you would do until you're in that situation, right? So she was like, oh yeah, I see what you're saying. I was like, just think about it. All the memories you have, all the good times and all that stuff, you're not just going to throw it away over one person. That's just, it doesn't make sense. But like I explained in the Beyonce situation, if it's a habitual thing, then obviously it's time for you to go, because that person doesn't respect you or value you anymore. So we're continuing to talk, and then up comes the subject of the person my ex cheated with, and how she was dumb, and how could she be with a married man, and all this stuff. And I too was saying the same things when I found out about said woman. And I was like, well, she's dumb, she's loose, why would you do that? And then my ex would be like, well, you don't know, because this could be you. I would never be with a married man. Like, that is how convicted I was in speaking to him. That won't be me, because I don't do things like that. That won't be me, because I don't open myself to things like that. That won't be me, because I don't entertain married men. And he was just like, you're just so judgmental, right? And that's what I'm thinking about my client. She's just so judgmental. So she says that, and then I said, well, I just have to tell you something. I said, I've entertained married men. And then she was like, what? I said, I didn't go out seeking for married men, but, men these days are trash. But men these days will be in a full-on marriage but still pursue you as if they're a single man. And that happened to me twice. So both times, by the time I'm already invested in whatever it is that we could have had, is when I find out that they're actually in something. You don't just throw it away. You're like, okay, I believe you, you're separated. Okay, I believe you, you know, you're getting a divorce, all that dumb stuff. But in my mind, it replayed, I don't mess with married men. I don't entertain married men. That would never be me. And never is a word that I try not to use, because you never know, you know. So never is a word that I try not to use. And that was, I said never, because I knew wholeheartedly that I would never do such things. And I shared with her that, you know, I've been in that situation, and I understand now. I understand how the girl ended up in the situation, because a man will say one thing and then, you know, say another thing to the girlfriend or whatever. And I'm no way dismissing any of this, saying that, you know, the girlfriend is right at all. But I do understand how those things can happen. So let's bring it all into being so judgmental. And it was so off-putting, and it was so annoying to hear all these judgments that she just kept on throwing. Only this type of person. Oh, why would she do this? Why would you do that? Oh, I would never. And it's just like, dang, that used to be me. Like, that used to be me, just so matter-of-factly. So, oh my gosh, you have to be this if you that. And just in that conversation with her, I realized that everything that I've gone through, everything that I'm going through, is just leading me up to a point where it will all make sense. And in that moment, it made sense. Like, you know what? That's why I use those words, never, because it would then be thrown in my face to realize, Stephanie, humble yourself. You're a human just like everybody else. So, I share all of this to say, try not to be judgmental. And anytime you catch yourself being judgmental or being in a judgment or stating a judgment, just realize, how could you be in that situation? I always tell people we're always like one mistake away from being in jail, right? You know? So it's just like, how could you judge someone when that could very much well be you? And I know everyone goes through something. Everyone has, you know, their past that makes them lead up to the person that they are. So that's what we should think. Like, maybe this person is doing such and such because they've been through such and such. But just talking to my client today was very refreshing, because it allowed me to see how much I've grown as a woman, how much I've grown as a person. Because I always tell people that I was with my ex-husband like all my good years, like, you know, so from 16 until about 28, 16 until 28, I moved out on the 15th, my birthday's on the 13th, so 16 to 28, and getting out of that relationship, I felt like I was just a 16-year-old woman out here trying to date in a man's world. And just to see the progression of this young girl who had so many matter of facts and so many judgments and so many just visions on how things had to be and needed to be, and to see now that I am evolving as a person, I am becoming even more understanding as a person, and the me back in 2010, if they were to see the me now in 2021, would be like, whoa, who is this person? But that's it. So I shared all this to say, let's not be judgmental. And if we find ourselves being judgmental, just try to see, how did people become the way they are before we start passing judgments on them? And I just want to close out by saying, the Bible does not say do not judge people. So that is not correct. People always say, oh, I have no heaven or hell to put you in. I'm not your judge, all that stuff. The Bible says judge people with love. So if you are going to judge someone, judge them in love. You know, I with my family, I correct them all the time. because I love them. Like, I love them so much. So, and they know for the most part, if I am coming with a correction or a judgment, that it's coming from love. Like, I just don't want you to be out here looking like a fool. I don't want you out here missing out on opportunities or things like that. So if you find yourself judging, judge in love, and also be empathetic and see why or how people are the way they are. So this is a long one, but I feel like I owe you guys a long one because, like I said, I haven't been posting. My camera is still broke, but I am... the easiest way to say it is I am naturally wise, but as I find myself in situations, it causes me to question myself. How can you be so wise, and how can you share these thoughts when sometimes your life is in shambles? So that is the inner battle that I have, and I know it's just the devil because a lot of people they look forward to, especially my Instagram posts, and I've been very mute on there, but I got about 6 subscribers, so I know you guys are probably wondering where I'm at, but I've just been out here living, relaxing, trying to figure life out and resting. So this video was long because I needed to catch up with y'all. So maybe I'll post another one tomorrow. We'll see how I feel. All right, well, have a great day. It's nighttime, as you can see. But whenever you watch it, enjoy, treat yourself, love yourself, and don't be judgmental.